Hi, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you're not new here. My name is Gina, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a new bag in my collection. One of my favorite handbag brands is Coach. I shared my Coach collection a few weeks ago, and in that collection I shared two bags, or actually one bag and one wish list bag. So at the very end I mentioned how I had been looking for a vintage Coach Turnlock backpack. And like preferably in the red color. I was thinking, oh, red would be a really nice pop for my wardrobe. I actually have a Pinterest board that's a couple years old that's all red backpacks because I've been trying to work up the courage to actually add a red backpack, try to figure out if it would work with my wardrobe, if I'd really wear it. And so I finally was like, okay, I think I'm either gonna get a red one or a brown one, and I've been saving Turnlock backpacks from Coach from like the 90s. Been saving them from eBay and Poshmark and all of the secondhand sites. And I've been having a hard time finding one that is in good enough condition and also not overpriced, basically. And so I was on vacation a few weeks ago with my family, and I was sitting by the pool just scrolling through Reddit, and then I saw the picture of this backpack come up. And this is the Coach Turnlock reissue that just came out about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago maybe. It is called it has the little Coach tag, so I'm going to read it here. The Turnlock Backpack Limited Reedition from 1995. And this bag was part of the Summer I Turned Pretty collection. And that's a TV show, well, a book turned TV show, and Coach did a collaboration this summer, and they all have like really cute little charms and things like that. This is the only color they came out with. It's called Redwood, which is actually very, very similar to the 1941 saddle color that Coach does. And I literally just thought that, Coach has been listening to me because I was thinking about doing the red. I ended up buying a red Coach bag in a different style, a shoulder style. And so then I turned my sights on the brown. And so, yeah, I couldn't believe that they actually reissued this one. I know they reissued this before in 2000 or 2020, I think, and I missed out on it, and I've been regretting that ever since, although the colors weren't exactly what I wanted. So when this came out in the singular color, I knew I had to buy it, and I often sit on a purchase for a while, but since I'd been thinking about a Turnlock backpack for ages, I was like, okay, this is kismet, it's meant to be, and so I bought it immediately. It was released on Amazon first, before it was on the Coach website, and then I think the Coach website sold out really quickly. So I bought it really quickly. I'm so happy I did. And so let me share a little bit about this bag. I've been using it for 2 weeks plus a few days now, and I've worn it. I actually have been tracking my wears pretty consistently on the Index app, just because I really feel like I need to make sure I'm actually wearing my bags. And so when I go to the little calendar view, so this is what that looks like on the Index app. And I see that I've worn it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 6 times, like for the full day since I got it. And so, yeah, in 2 weeks, 2 weeks plus a couple days of having it, wearing it for almost a week, I think that that's really good. It's really, really good. I am reaching for this bag a ton because I am a mom, I have a toddler, and I like to be hands-free. I love a little backpack. My only other backpack in my collection is a Longchamp little backpack, and it's black and brown with a little brown leather nylon, and I love it. I think it's a really great backpack, but it's not very sturdy, and also I kind of get tired of the black sometimes. So I really wanted a brown or another color to just have like a summer, spring version, basically. And I just love the style of this bag. So, and I have to say, I have been wearing it a lot. I've already scuffed it up a little bit. I wore it to the promenade near the beach, and I was like just kind of running around with my family. And so there are a couple of very small scuffs that will come out with conditioner, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, this is definitely meant to be a bag that is going to like wear in and soften up, because that's one thing I love the most about Coach's leather, is just how it softens over time. I feel like that's part of the fun of watching your bag evolve. So anyway, not meant to be pristine. So let's start with the overall size. So I like to compare it to the size of my head. It is pretty comparable. It actually holds a lot more than I was expecting. And I'll show you what fits inside. If you look on the back, one thing I like about the reissues is that there's this little piece of leather to protect the strap, because I know that's one area where the leather would get a lot of stress, and so Coach has reinforced it here. Has grommets too, so that this is like the leather isn't getting damaged around those holes. Has this little top handle, which is very nifty and handy for either grabbing it by your hand or actually hanging it. I store it hanging on a clothing rack in my bedroom near my closet. And then it has adjustable straps here. I love all the brass detailing from Coach, as always. I like how it's really adjustable. You can hang it pretty low on your back if you need to. And then you have some grommeted holes, so you have some options. Then when you get to the front of the bag, you have the classic little flap and the Turnlock, which has the Coach branding. Something that's a little bit different about this one is that it's not two dangling straps. It's actually one closed sewn loop strapped like there, so it's not like dangling. That's another place where the vintage bags will have some stress. You'll see like maybe some of the leather missing or just a little worn down from like pulling on it. So I kind of like this upgrade. It hopefully will mean that this will last a little bit longer. You won't have to repair that as soon. And then you have the Turnlock here. It does open up, so it is totally functional. A little stiff, like really got to pull it to get this to open up more, or you can pull it from the sides so that you can get like the super wide opening. I have my dust bag in there right now, but it is absolutely functional. You can cinch it in more and all of that, give it a little bit more of a rumpled look. So before we go into the bag, I'll show you the sides. So it comes with the two hang tags like the vintage Coach bags do typically, or the reissues do and the vintage used to. So the first one is the regular Coach stamp, and then this one is the one where it has the reissue, 1995, I believe I said. Double check, yeah, 1995 limited reedition. And then this came with a bag charm, this little Summer I Turn Pretty mini flower charm, which is super cute. I don't know if I'm a bag charm person. I kind of go back and forth. I have like a couple. I have one on my beach bag that's like pom-pom tassels that I got at a small, like a maker's market years ago, and I loved it, and I just loved like the maker of it, so I really wanted one. And then I have like a little tomato on another beach bag, or actually I think it's on my LL Bean boat and tote right now, but it's more for my casual bags. I don't really put bag charms very often on my leather bags, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think it's really pretty, but I think I might take it off. I think I might like it just a little more simple. I don't know. I've been leaving it on for now since it came with the bag, but super cute though if you do like bag charms. And I like the size of this one. They sell for I think $100 or $95 a bigger size, much larger version of this if you're interested in that. It has the little keychain clip and stuff. Anyway, and then if you are interested in those stamps, the leather stamps that Coach does, this one does have the leather 1941 like stamp just here underneath the strap. On the bottom, it has the glove tanned leather, genuine glove tanned leather on the bottom, as all of their glove tanned leather pieces do, which I really like. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for the bag. Both sides, you can see the drawstring here. Came beautifully packaged. The factory wrap for Coach is incredible. The amount of detail and like custom pieces to make sure the bags are perfect. It's truly incredible. I hate all the packaging, but I do appreciate the bag actually being protected and not having to like send back a damaged bag, that kind of thing. That's also wasteful. So yeah, I guess it serves its purpose. And then when you open up the bag, so I pulled the drawstring completely open, you can see just how wide it can get. So you can really get in there if you want to. I don't really ever need to open it completely like this because you can get in there pretty easily otherwise. So it comes with the typical Coach dust bag. I actually have more stuff in there. I have been in and out of this bag, so I change my bag almost every single day because I like using my bags and just kind of rotating them. And so I find like pens, hair clips, hair ties, those chapsticks in the bottom of all of my bags pretty much. So I'll take those out so you can see. It is lined with the cotton and it's that lighter shade so that you can actually see what's in your bag. I like that a lot. One thing with the vintage bags, which I used to love, but now more practically I don't, is that they're usually the full height of the leather, and it'll be like a suede on the inside. And so it captures a lot of dust, and it's a little hard to clean. And like if you spill something in there, it's a little gross to clean. So I kind of, even though the vintage leather feels thicker and more luxurious, it makes your bag heavier, and also it's harder to clean and keep clean. And so I kind of prefer the newer re-editions with the cotton lining. I think it's just a little more practical, especially for like this stage of life for me. And then, I found another piece of packaging in between the story tag in here. I didn't realize there was one like right in there. But there's a slip pocket, and I actually have something in the bottom of that. Oh, a receipt and the little Coach paperwork, and then the story tag, and that's it for the interior, just that little slip pocket down there. It's not really wide enough. Like you can slide your phone in there, but it's not wide enough to hold a whole lot. Like I think phone, maybe if you have a really thin card case wallet, and definitely papers, receipts, that kind of thing, maybe a chapstick, but it's not like very loose. It's really to kind of hold something securely to the back of your bag. So yeah, that is the look at this bag. I'm really looking forward to her like softening up. Now I will show you what exactly can fit in here and how I've been packing it. I also want to note one thing. So I've only had this for 2 weeks, and I have noticed a little tiny bit of corner wear, which is to be expected, I think, with this type of corner. So it's a folded sewn corner, and it just really juts out, and I throw this around. So I've taken this to the park, to the promenade, to shopping. I put it on the floor of my car. I know I shouldn't be doing that, but I do. And then, so it has rubbed a little bit, but I think a little conditioner will bring this color back. Let's see if I can try and get that to focus for you so you can just see. It's kind of faded a little bit. It's a little hard to see. It's just like a little fading. It's not on this side actually, just on this side. So I've probably just rubbed it up against a couple of things. But I think that just conditioning these corners regularly will give it, keep it not too discolored from the rest of the bag. I want my leather to soften, but I don't want it to be like obviously mismatched. Like the leather is obviously wearing in some areas more than the other. So I'll probably keep an eye on that a little bit. And yeah, so let's go and do a what fits. Okay, so I am back with most of the things I typically carry when I do have more space in my bag. I have like an abbreviated version of this for my smaller bags, but here's a lot of the stuff. So I'll start with, one thing I really was excited about was that this bag fits my planner. So this is a pretty large planner, and it fits really nicely right against the back of this bag and closes perfectly fine. So that was like a huge perk. It also helps give the back a little bit of stability. So I don't know if that's very easy to see, but you can see it fits nicely and it will close easily. Then I have my little mini wallet. This is a different one than I usually show. This is a newer one I got for Mother's Day. It has little tomatoes on it, and I love her. My key pouch, which if you've seen these videos, you've seen a million times, so that goes in there. I can also fit my makeup bag if I want to. I don't usually carry my makeup bag, but if I need to, I have my whole makeup bag in there. And that eats up a lot of space, so I'll show you. And then the last few things, I like to carry my, this is a sunscreen, hand sanitizer. This one's the Trader Joe's spray one, which my son really loves. It's like such a nice ritual for him to spray it on. Some sunglasses, and my little compact mirror slash, saw myself, compact mirror slash comb. So that fits actually really nicely into that little back pocket. So as you can see, we're still getting super full. And then the last thing, I love carrying this little mini Aquaphor. It's so useful for so many things. So this is like the bag's super full, super stuffed. You can see all the things in there. And then, now tightening it is going to be a challenge only because it is completely packed, but I do like to tighten it just a little. I can close it without tightening the strap at all, but I like that little like rough, like, what is it, gathering of the leather. So there she is. That's like super packed. Still looks small and compact, you know? And looks really great hanging off your back. It's not too heavy. It's heavy because I have all my cosmetics in there, but not too heavy. And yeah, she looks great. Like, it's just very surprising how much can actually fit in here. So if I'm not carrying my makeup bag, which I don't typically, I just wanted to show you that it could fit. This is more realistic as to what I would carry. So I've got my sunglasses in there. Let's see if I can get you a better view with a little more light. So my sunglasses are in there, my wallet, all the other things you saw me put in there. And then if I tighten up the drawstring, that's what it looks like tightened, and then closing her over, doing that little strap, and then you can see it looks a little different, a little less overstuffed, but still equally as cute. And yeah, I just love this little backpack so much. I love that it's not too heavy when it's full also. That was a big thing with like getting a leather backpack. And the reason why I prioritized getting the nylon backpack from Longchamp when I was pregnant. I actually got that, I think it arrived while I was at the hospital giving birth to my son, but it was super rainy. I had him in January. It was very rainy here. And I was like, I'm gonna need something hands-free for walks with him, for going to the store, da-da-da. And I decided not to get leather. I got that nylon one, and I've used that so much. I love that backpack. But now this is kind of like more for me. It's a little more stylish, a little more elevated, a little bit more summery. And so anyway, yeah, this is the Coach Turnlock Backpack. Please let me know if you have any questions about this bag. I'm happy to like share more. I did a short on my channel comparing the saddle color and the redwood color. So if you want to see those two side by side, that's on my channel already. And yeah, let me know if you have questions. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.